Hi. My question's regarding the law of attraction and how does it follow the law of time in that when you send forth...
Breathe deeply and speak right in.
Okay. Does the law of attraction follow the law of time in that when you put out a rocket of desire, is it always afterwards that you get it, or putting it in a different way, can your appreciation of something that you've already gotten have helped you get it in the first place?
Whether you are talking about, in the way you talk about time, everything really is happening now. And law of attraction is responding to your now, to your now, to your now, to your now, to your now. So what we're really talking about is what your vibrational offering is, which is your point of attraction. What is it now? What is it now? What is it now? So the only way that time really fits into this conversation about law of attraction is how much time do I spend vibrating apart from what I want? In this now, right now, do I feel confident? Right now, do I feel knowing? Right now, do I feel sure? Right now, do I feel eager? Right now, do I feel love? Or am I using this now moment to worry about that and worry about that and worry about that? What am I doing now? So the more nows you spend with emotions that feel good, that's why we're talking about not thinking too hard about what the thought is that caused the feeling, but being aware of what the feeling is, because when you're aware of what the feeling is, you're aware of what your point of attraction is. The more nows that you feel good, the more nows that you feel good, then the more rendezvous points you'll have with more things that you want. Time is really a non-issue. But the reason that it feels like it factors in is because it is, frankly, quite common to keep feeling pretty much as you've been feeling. Because how you feel is what you're attracting, and what you're attracting is what you're noticing, and what you're noticing is how you're feeling, and how you're feeling is what you're attracting, and what you're attracting is what you're noticing. So that's why we're wanting to help you shift from what you're noticing to predominantly how you're feeling, so that you have more moment-to-moment control of your vibrational offering, so that time really does become irrelevant, as more things wanted are now, 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 now.
So if you're walking along and you see something and you feel like you've known it all the time and it's meant to be with you, and that happens, and then in the future you love it and appreciate it, that has nothing to do with...
Well, you see, what makes you want to talk about time and future is because you're talking about manifestation. So if there's something that I want that hasn't manifested, then future seems like a good way to discuss it. I'm looking forward in the future to having or being or doing this thing that right now I have not. But the operative word, the active vibration, is this thing I have not. This thing I have not. So by making the manifestation central to the conversation, now whether you have it or whether you don't have it becomes central to the conversation. And if you don't have it, you keep practicing the vibration of its absence. And the vibration of its absence will, for all time and forever and ever, keep it from coming. In other words, a keen awareness of something wanted that has not yet manifested holds you in a frequency that won't let it manifest. So the key, what we're wanting to help you to realize, is if you take the manifestation out of the equation, so you see this thing that you like and you ponder the idea of it, and the idea of it gives you pleasure. Now in this moment you are experiencing it. Vibrationally speaking, you possess it. Vibrationally speaking, you are it. Vibrationally speaking, there is no absence of it. And as you, vibrationally speaking, keep maintaining that point of attraction, it has to manifest in your experience.
And from that point on, it stays with you as long as you hold it in your vibration.
Well, it's actually easier to keep things there if you want them once they are there, but many people keep things there that they don't want there by their attention to them. So that's why when we talk about sort of deconstructing thought, we're also talking about dematerializing just for a little while, just conceptually, the manifestation of things. Because if in this now you are satisfied to conjure the feeling, let's say you want a lover and don't have a lover, and when you think about the subject you feel lonely. So it doesn't matter how much you do or how many things you orchestrate. If your predominant feeling is that lonely feeling, which indicates absence of lover, you just, as you move through time, so does your lover. In other words, you just keep this consistent gap between where you are and what you want. But if you can find a way of ignoring or making the materialization of the lover so relevant, if you can make it irrelevant and make what's relevant to you the feeling of love, so you imagine what it is, or you remember what it is, or you observe it in others, but you care about how you feel more than what you've got. You care about how you feel more than the tangible possessing of it. As you practice that ownership of stability and confidence and clarity, and in doing so you leave behind the vibration of loneliness. Now, and we don't have to talk about time, now you feel better now. You feel better now. You feel better now. So now, as you feel better now, and you acknowledge that you feel better now, and you like enough feeling better now that you're willing to keep doing whatever you stumbled on that makes you feel better now, so that feeling better now, sort of you get the hang of it and you keep it going for a little while, which sounds like time, but now you feel good, now you feel good, now you feel good, now you feel good. Now you've practiced the relationship vibration, and so now the relationship vibration must translate into the relationship. It has to. It's law. We want you to make money irrelevant, lovers irrelevant, and time irrelevant, because in making them relevant, you tend to, not always, but mostly, you tend to focus on the absence of what you want, and without meaning to, you practice the absent vibration instead of the present vibration. Everything that everyone wants, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a pile of money, whether it's a building of a business or an empire or the creating of something, anything. Every single thing that every single person wants or ever has wanted or ever will want is because they believe in the having of it, they will feel better. And if you can show yourself that the way you feel is only about your relationship with Source, who already possesses it. You see, you've launched it into your vortex. Your inner being is already standing there with the vibrational essence of it. So your inner being never feels the absence of what you're still waiting to manifest. That's the key that we want you to hear. Your inner being doesn't feel its absence because your inner being understands that in the sense that there is no time, your inner being is possessing it vibrationally fully now. So what we have to do with all of you is convince you that it's the vibrational reality that is the now reality. And as we convince you that it's the vibrational reality that is now, so and in order to do that, we have to convince you that it's enough to feel it, not see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. It's enough to feel it, to possess it in terms of, and own it in terms of the way it feels. Then the manifestation has to come. But it's so funny because we say to you, we know you want that thing, and if we can convince you that it's already done, and you can find a way of possessing the feeling of it, then it will be done. And you say, oh good, then it will be done, because you still are really eager about the possessing of it. And we say, but wait, you don't want to possess it because the possessing of it feels good. You want to possess it because it feels good to feel the absence of resistance to anything. And you say, oh no, I think it's because of the absence of my lover, or the absence of my money, or the absence of my figuring out what to do. And we say, really, really, really it isn't. It's the discord, or the absence of, absence is too strong a word, it's the absence of my connection with my inner being that equals all loneliness, all lackfulness, all not enoughness. That's what you're missing. That's what you're missing, and that's all that you're missing. That's the only thing you're missing. You're not missing the lover. You're not missing the money. You're not missing the boat. You're not, what you're missing is alignment. What you're missing is alignment. What you're missing is something that you could have right now. You can't make the lover come right now, and you can't make the money come right now. You can't. You can't make the money or the lover or the stuff. You can't make it come right now. But you can make the connection with the vibrational equivalent of it right now. You can make the emotional feeling of well-being come right now. And as you show yourself that that's enough, then manifestation will be such a non-issue, it will be manifesting all over the place. Some people have so much money, they're trying to find people to give it away to. Because the money is completely irrelevant, you see. The money is irrelevant. More money comes, more of all that stuff comes. In other words, that's irrelevant. But alignment is not irrelevant to that person. In other words, all the money to give away, and still having discomfort because there is some vibrational discord. It's all about vibrational alignment. Everything is. Did we get there for you?
You did. Thank you so much.